Welcome to another episode of the Honesty Hour podcast, where we say out loud what the streets been thinking. It's your boy Dunks.
That's a fact. It's your boy Ra, you know. And I heard it's men's mental health month.
Most definitely.
Little birdie told me that. Little birdie told me
Little
that.
birdie? Wow.
Yeah, little birdie. I
Tweety?
be listening. I be
All
in tune. So we gotta talk about. We're gonna dabble in that a little bit, you know. So the suicide rate for men is 3.5 times higher than it is for women.
That's crazy.
3.5 times higher than it is for women. It is mental health is real out here for us men.
Yeah.
You know. And it's crazy. Some of especially some of the iconic men in the world, they reach a certain level, a certain plateau,
Yeah.
and it's like they expect that for you every time. Like, you reach a certain amount of success, like Robin Williams. He was the man.
Yeah, that goes to show that it doesn't really matter how much money you got. It doesn't matter what status you at or the plateau you reach. Your mental doesn't have a price on it, man. You're gonna if you feel in some type of way, a lot of men are taught not to say anything or be a man. A lot of these iconic figures, like you said, Robin Williams, Juice WRLD, Mac Miller, those type of people.
Heath Ledge.
Heath Ledge,
Wow.
Joker.
Wow.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah,
You know what I
he
mean?
killed
Like
that role.
he killed that role. That's crazy. You know what I mean? So a lot of people go through things. Especially men go through things, and their mental is downplayed. You know what I mean? It's not really talked about. You know what I'm saying? That's really crazy.
Yeah, that's wild for me, man. That's wild. Going into that, man.
Wow.
It's still going on. It's still going on.
Of course, it's going on.
We got Ben. They doing Ben Simmons too bad over there in Philly, man. Oh man, he telling them his mental not right. He can't ball.
Free Ben, man.
Free Ben, man. He can't ball. His mental not right. They don't even care.
You know why? Because it's once you reach a certain stage in life, like Ben Simmons has. Was he like a three-time All-Star? How much time he been an All-Star?
I don't know. That boy good though.
He good, but he messed up in the playoffs last year, so niggas is killing him. You know what I mean? But now he don't want to play for Philly. They killed him in the media. He don't want to play for Philly. He says he's mentally not ready to play ball, right? And in the media, like we don't care about what, especially men are going through. Nigga, shut up, nigga. What you talking about?
Shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble.
Wow.
Ball out, nigga. It's my team. Sixers, Philly. Come play ball, and Ben's like, nah, yo, this is it's deeper than rap, man. It's bigger than Nino Brown, man. You know what I mean? I'm not playing ball, but people's gonna expect him like, yo, play ball. I don't care what you going through. I don't care what you thinking. I don't care the mental aptitude you're going through. Play ball, shut up and dribble, and that's why a lot of society is daunting and expecting men to just do, and that's what they're doing to Ben Simmons. Even Kyrie.
Nah, the way they doing Kyrie, but they've been doing Kyrie like this for a while, man. Especially like during the Black Lives Matter movement, man. Kyrie. I say Kyrie's like the modern day Frederick Douglass, man. He's like big into activism, man. I like it.
Well, I don't know if you can put Kyrie in the same sentence as Frederick Douglass. They're not fighting the same fight.
He got the fro for it. I don't know.
he definitely got the fro. But his mindset, he doesn't care. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna put him in the same sentence as Muhammad Ali either.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? They're not fighting the same fight.
Maybe I reached a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
A little
Reese?
bit.
Dawson? You got flamed. You reached a little bit. But yeah, but Kyrie, he's missing a lot of millions not playing.
But he don't care about the bread. He said it.
He care a little bit, but he can't really fold, right? So the media is expecting him like, yo, the world's in a crisis. We in this pandemic. Get vaccinated, nigga. I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care what you think of the vaccination. I don't care what you don't trust the medicine or don't trust the doctors. Get vaccinated so we can see you ball, And he said, yo, a lot of people in the world is losing jobs because of a decision that I don't want to put something in my body. I thought it was my body, my choice. Remember that?
That's a fact. That's what they told us.
That's what they said.
A little earlier.
A little earlier. And Kyrie's like, nah, I'm not doing that. That's crazy to me. Like, take away the mandate. I know we're in the crisis. You can believe what you want. I know the CDC is working hard. The professionals are working hard, but I don't want to put that in my body right now.
It should be his choice.
But okay, you can't ball. The media is calling him stupid. You're a clown.
And then if he lashed back out, he's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy. And Lord knows what's his mental is going through right now.
He's in a lose-lose.
He's in a lose-lose situation. You know what I mean? Catch-22. So that's crazy. But going to I want to ask you a question.
Talk to me.
Real question. Is men's mental health downplaying society and relationships?
Oh, majorly. Yeah, you ready? Especially first off, in society, they expect a man to be a certain way need to be strong, need to be able to provide for your family. The stature that men have to live up to is ridiculous, you know. And then even if we don't live up to that,
Yeah.
we can't tell anybody. It's hard for us to tell. We can't tell someone we struggling, we need help. For a man to ask for help, like you can't do that. Especially your woman. Your woman gonna be like, "Oh, you broke, nigga. What?" Peace. Like it's hard for men to open up, man. It's downplayed. People expect us to be A, B, and C, bro. And if we not that, we not a man.
I think, and you're right. I'm a piggyback. Piggyback?
Okay.
What you saying? They expect men just to be a superhero.
Clark Kent, huh?
Clark Kent. They expect you to be somebody that's protective. We provide security. Little House on Prairie, we go out and kill the bacon, bring it back home to the fam. You know what I mean? So when we doing all that, we're not, if we're going through something mentally, whether it's work, whether it's outside factors, whether even a lot of black men, I'm gonna go further and say black men too. We just have it crazy, like being a black man in America. I'm gonna expound on that, how crazy that is, right? Especially the history of this country, right? They expect it to be like, yo, I don't care what you're going through. This is what you have to be. This is what you have to bring home. This is the status you have to reach at. And shut up, nigga. I don't care what you're talking about. You know what I mean? So I think in society, like, yeah, mental health is definitely downplayed for men in society. I'm not saying women don't go through it too, because I mean, women go through that same thing, but it's a little easier on women, right? Because women are the softer gender, right? So as a man, you're supposed to, even in relationships, like you said, like, yo, I'm supposed to cover my woman. I'm supposed to, like, yo, this is the shield. I'm supposed to take off my blazer, put it over the puddle.
Put it over the puddle.
Yeah, I'm cold too, B.
Chivalry,
It's freezing outside. It's 26 degrees outside, B. I gotta take off my blazer?
Nah.
Crispy? The fuck? But a lot of women, I'm not gonna say all women don't care about that in relationships, but as expected in relationships, bro, men are supposed to, like, yo, I'm the woman, you're protecting me. This is what I feel. And I'm not gonna say women don't care about how you feel, but a lot of women, they don't really care about how you feel like that. Like that. I mean, they care, they might care about you, they love you.
On the surface.
On the surface, like, yo, nigga, what? They get a lot of people, they say, oh, no, talk about it. Open up. Why didn't you don't tell me anything?
And then whatever you say, she gonna be right in her group chat. This nigga, this nigga, that.
This nigga, that.
What you supposed to do?
First of all, I've seen it in real life. I've seen friends, I've seen real life people go through it getting clowned. Including me. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, the woman like, oh yeah, open up. I want you to talk to me, you know? But once shit get thick, when the kitchen get hot, that shit out the window. Bruh, man. Fifth floor. You know what I'm saying?
But it's this shit. It bring me back to like a moment in my life. I know niggas probably feel me on this. It was like one time I had this job, bro. I was at this job for like 3 years, bro. And then
Damn,
out of nowhere, you know, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not the most punctual person. I ain't even gonna lie.
You're not.
If people know me, I'm not the most punctual.
You're never long.
I'm not punctual, but I'm reliable. You feel me?
Wow.
But so one time I came up in the spot, they was like, yo, Rob, I need to talk to you. Oh man. Pulled me to the conference room.
Wow.
Boom, bagged the nigga, fired me. I said, oh man. So now,
put the torch to you?
yeah.
Damn. Double damn.
89 degrees, man. It was getting hot. Niggas fired me. So now I'm going home. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm like 20, probably like 23 years old at the time, bro. So now I'm dead just in my room. I probably was in my room for like 2 days just thinking to myself, like, damn, what I'm gonna do? This is my first time ever getting fired. Like, it was mad thoughts and emotions going through me. And I was like, and the crazy thing was, I was so embarrassed as a man to tell anybody, bro. I was like, nah, I can't tell niggas I got fired, bro. They could be like, what happened? What's this and what's that? Like, I couldn't share it with nobody, right? Not even my girl. It took me like a week to tell my girl. Damn. She's like, I'm still telling her I'm going to work.
Oh shit!
I'm in the crib.
You in the crib?
I was in the crib playing 2K.
Stuff you talking on in?
Yeah, I was in the crib playing 2K. I told her I was at work. Yeah, but I'm about to play was 99 though. I was Gucci. I had time.
Okay,
you know?
neighborhood.
But And it's crazy. It took me like a week to tell my girl, and at that time, I was with my girl for a little minute. So you would think I'll be comfortable to confide in her, but then I was like, nah.
Confide, wow.
Now she got a job. She making the breach, man. I'm like, I'm broke.
The
She wanna
breach.
go out every weekend. I can't go out no
Definitely
more.
brunch.
Like, you know, like so it's just mad shit.
Brunch. Wow,
That's a
pretty
fact,
good.
right? It's just, I like the mimosas, you know. So I was mad shit going through my head, and I'm like, nah. So I built up the courage one time to tell her, right? And
what she say?
No funny shit. She fake consoled me. She was like, yeah, it's all right. She was like, it's okay. Shit happens, whatever.
Okay.
Like, you know, I feel like she was just talking though, trying to make me. You know how they make me feel good. They say whatever you want to hear, and I'm like, nah, it ain't okay, bro. So whatever. And then she's like, oh, let's go out. I just said I was broke. Like, when you talk about let's go out,
you know it's gonna be
just said I was broke.
You know it's gonna be your Don.
Yeah. And you know, as a man, like when we go out, it feel good when I pay. I be like, yeah, I got it.
It's a man's thing.
It's a man, like, right?
It's a man's thing, Gina.
So we go out, and she's like, oh, like you can get whatever you want. So like in my head, when she's saying shit like that, she's like, she know I'm broke. She's like, yeah, you can get whatever you want. It's on me. Okay. So I still feel like, nah, like as a man, because this is how I was built from when I was young, from my older brothers, from my men. It's instilled in me, man. It's my DNA, you know? So I'm like, nah. So I'm fake being cheap. I got only two drinks, I order one appetizer, one appy, man. I ain't even get a meal. Damn. So I'm like, yeah, I ain't about to do this. I ain't getting no entree.
Sticks or?
I got calamari, man. It come with a lot, so you know it held me down, man.
You got the portion, the larger portion.
Yeah, about 4 cups of water too, man.
That's a good tactic. Yeah, that's a good tactic. That's a good tactic. Because Mark Brothers give you like 5, 6. Yeah, like that's not enough, man.
So I can eat calamari for 30 minutes, one at a time, you know. So pace yourself. So, but long story short, like when I got home, that shit was still in my head. Like I can't be going out having my girl pay for everything. I can't be asking her for bread. Like I can't be doing none of that. Yeah, so it was like. And I know for me, it just wasn't it wasn't it for me. So I like after going out here that one time, I said, nah, I gotta get a job. Now I was just on the hunt, bro. 'Cause as a man, I'm built to provide, bro. That's what my mother taught me. That's what my older brothers taught me. And I don't even know if it's right or not, you know.
That's what life taught everyone, right? Yeah. Like as a man, you're supposed to provide, right? Like you're in a relationship, your bank account declining.
Ooh.
And like, damn, I know my girl, you know what I mean, love to go out. I know she love good eats, drinks, bevs,
wow,
trips.
Fly me out. Wow.
You know, she like the air. She like to see the clouds. You know what I mean? But when you can't do that, honestly, as a man, you feel like, damn, I'm a clown.
That's a fact.
Especially going on social media and niggas is going crazy. Like, yo, I can't even do this with my girl. And I went through something similar. Long time.
What happened? What happened?
You know, I was working at Chase, but I left. I left the job, man. I'm like, yo, I can't do this no more. So I didn't really have crazy savings, and my shit was going down.
Dwindling.
You know what I mean? I was going down. Mary
J?
I was going down. I was with my girl at the time. I was living with my girl. And I'm not gonna say that she never talked down on me, but the energy was like, damn.
Not the same. Not the same when you
bring I used to see her like go out with her friends, or she used to fly, go to Bahamas, or yeah, I'm going to Mexico, you know. And I'm like, yeah, I'm chilling right now. I'm you know what I mean? I'm in the trenches right now.
I gotta sit this one out. Put me on the bench, coach.
I'm gonna sit this one out, man. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, as a man, I wanna take this woman out. I wanna provide. I want a bottomless brunch. I want the steaks medium well. No, it's medium rare. Sorry. Medium rare is huge.
I'm trying to try him out.
Yeah, medium rare is huge. My apologies. my apologies.
Y'all out there doing medium well, y'all doing bad.
If you're doing well done, if you're doing well done, it's crazy.
Y'all doing really bad.
Y'all going crazy.
Oh man.
But but I'm like, yo, I want to provide. I was in the house all the time. I'm like, yo, I'm not as a man. I'm not going nowhere. Like, what the fuck up? I'm not fit to do that. Like, and I can't really talk about it because I can't really sit down and like, yo, babe, I'm trying. I'm doing this. Like, I'm finding jobs. I'm doing that. You know. LinkedIn, fucking Indeed, all day,
all that good stuff.
While she out turning him up,
shipping out your resume everywhere.
Snapchat, but I can't be a part of the festivities. You know what I'm saying?
Shit hurt.
So I'm like, as a man, it's like, yo, you taught that, and that's the crazy shit about it. Like, you taught to have a certain or live a certain lifestyle, provide at a certain stature. So that's crazy. So I mean, that definitely affects men's mental health. Crazy, man.
But why do you think as men it's difficult for us to share emotions, whether it be with our significant other, our close friends, even sometimes our parents, bro. Like, why is it hard for us to share our emotions?
I feel a lot of men are scared to get clowned or scared to get or they're just flat out embarrassed because of, like you said, society and how men are supposed to be, right? So even if you tell your friends, it's like, yeah, friends are supposed to be there, but as a man, you don't want to tell a friend like, yo, I need like this amount of money, like I need to get back on my feet, or
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to ask nobody for nothing. As a man, you feel like, yo, I gotta figure this out. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I gotta get bread. Like, well, everybody else is outside. Everybody like baby boy, Jody, everybody moving around making money, right? While we
What you
standing
doing? What
still
you
being
doing? Standing still. That's
instead
a
of still
fact.
being broke. You know what I
Mm.
mean? I figure this shit all out,
That,
P.
that was a bar.
I'm opening up a business. I'm gonna change the game.
Polyester brim.
Polyester brand? Take it and go. You know what I mean? So as a man, like, we are embarrassed to like even speak about it. Then that's why a lot of men turn to drugs or
Mhm.
alcohol. I mean, luckily for me, I ain't never really turned to no hard drugs like that. I mean, a lot of men do, because they're afraid to like, yo, even turn to like a therapist. Like they're afraid to tell a stranger, like, yo, I'm not telling no stranger that I'm down bad. You know what I mean? Or I'm not telling my mother or my sister or my brother, like, yo, I'm really breaking down inside. I need, you know what I mean? And a lot of times people say they care, but a lot of people don't want to. They listen, but they're not really they're not hearing you. They're listening, but they're not really hearing you.
You're not hearing me.
You listening,
But I ain't hearing you.
but you're not hearing me like that. You know what I mean? You're not. There's no solution. A lot of things or a lot of conversations are not solution based. So a lot of men feel like, yo, I can't even go to nobody. So they like, yo, I just keep everything inside. And as a result, a lot of crazy shit happens from that. But I don't know, baby. What you think?
Yeah. The thing is for me, like I think about it a lot, and it's not even just the provide part, the money part. It's like all emotions. Like
Yeah.
if a man is sad or feeling down, you can't just be out there crying. When you start crying, they be like, oh, this nigga soft, you this, you that. Like, why can't I release my emotions by crying? A female could do it, and there's no problem. There's no problem. If a man do it, you seen as less than a man. So
Right.
it's like it's the society norm is for a man to be tough and strong and so-called emotionally stable. But it's like I have no outlet for my feelings, and like when I try to outlet them, if I do them out in public, I cry, or if you scream, you seem hostile, you got anger management problems. But that's just maybe my outlet. So so I know it's, for me, it's definitely difficult. I only tell a few people how I be feeling, my close friends, and and even that we just be having an in-depth conversation. So I have that little outlet, thank God, So I have that outlet. But other than that, before I met the few people that I shared with, I used to just be in my head all the time. And thankfully, I never turned to no K2 or none of them crazy drugs either.
Crazy.
So but I'm still stable. I'm out here living. But
Salute.
yeah, appreciate it. But because
sure.
but it's funny because like if I never met that close group of people, I don't even know where I would be. I know me personally, I couldn't go to a therapist. I'm not saying anything wrong with therapy. I applaud anybody who's willing to do therapy.
Have you ever thought about going to
Have I
therapy?
nah. Me personally, I'm like, the way I think about it is like, you really can't. You don't know me, miss. No disrespect, but you just met me 36 minutes ago, man. Why you telling me what to do? So, but that's just me. But they probably have a better perspective because the professionals, they hear a lot of different problems, a lot of different issues.
Yeah.
But I'd rather speak to someone that knows me, knows who I am, knows how I act, knows my tendencies, and I'll take that feedback a little bit more genuine, rather than me having her on a payroll and her telling me maybe what I think I need to hear.
Yeah. I've never been to therapy myself. I'm not counting it out that I won't go. I just think that going to therapy, they have so many cases, they have so many clients, right? And what makes you special? It's like they're on a payroll, they have to get paid for a certain amount of time to listen to you, right? So yeah, they may be telling you some heat, but I don't know how trustworthy I am with a therapist, and I won't count it out. I may go to a therapist at some point, right?
Know.
And I salute people that seek help because, sometimes if people don't have friends to confide in or family to confide in, right? So they need an outlet to express or let out any emotions they have, and that's really important, right? But for me, I never done it. But on the flip side, I have a lot of friends that care, and I call certain people I call to talk about things, you know what I mean? And a lot of friends, they're gonna tell you what you want to hear sometimes though, because they know you and that's your man's, and like yeah, I'm gonna just say whatever it is, and we're gonna joke about it later. You know what I mean? I don't know how efficient talking with your friends or family is, because I don't know if a lot of them get to the nitty gritty. You know, I mean, it may be some information you can't even tell your friends like that. Maybe you're embarrassed, but as a stranger, they can't really judge you.
Yeah.
They can't really judge you, even on their own payroll, but they can't really judge you like whatever. Like I don't know this. I don't know this girl. I don't know this
That's a
woman. I
good
don't know
point.
this. No, I don't know this man. So it's like I'm gonna say whatever and see what kind of feedback I get. So I mean, therapy is not out there running. You know, I may have to. And you know, I see Charlemagne coming
That's a
out,
fact. He
talk about mental
it
health.
a lot, yeah.
A lot of you know, he goes to therapy all the time, and DeMar DeRozan come out, Kevin Love come out with mental health, and I salute those brothers, you know. And yeah, man, I'm not counting out the running, but yeah, it's never been a option for me right now.
That makes sense. You probably get more honest feedback from a stranger, I guess, from your friends, because your friends, if they're not real true friends, like down to the grade, want to be honest with you, they probably say what you need to hear because they know we still got to be friends. Like they might not want to cross that line and tell you that deep shit that you really need to hear.
Yeah,
the therapist, they gonna say whatever they probably say whatever they think that you need to hear deep down. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. They still getting paid, so you know. Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true.
So, but so if a woman makes more money than a man in a relationship, you think that messes with a man's mental health? Does that fuck up his psyche?
For the most part, yes. Like we spoke about before, it's like we're supposed to be the providers. We're supposed to be the hunters with the stick. We're supposed to be killing, going out killing that chicken, that bamboo, and bringing you back to the crib. You know, so if your girl got more money than you, like what? Like this episode of Martin when Gina had more money than Martin, the whole hood knew and like, oh shit, you broke, nigga. Like you want me to give you $1? Like you're not making that.
That's embarrassing.
You know, as a man, like you said, in society, like it's embarrassing for your woman to have more cheese than you, bro. Like it's like what? Like you would be taking care of things, nigga. Like how you woman making more money than you? Like, but that's crazy to me. When I think about it, that's crazy to me. Like, why is that a thing? Because like your woman have her own goals. Your woman have her own profession. She went to school to do her own thing. That career or profession, the lane she took, may lead to more money than the lane you took. You may have other, you know, goals in mind that's gonna take a little longer, right? And why I have to like halt my goals or halt my dreams because society telling me I have to take this job to please my woman or please you, like
to make the bread.
You don't know your life is depressing now as it is. So now you're putting me in a corner where I have to do what's pleasing to your eyes and pleasing to my woman. Like, yo, how about we stick together and yo, what you need to do, your goals, and care about my goals, right? Why do I have to like bust my ass? I mean, everyone should be busting their ass to do what they gotta do because life is tough, right? But we all have goals and dreams, bro. Right? So it's like, why am I rushing or I'm running a crazy pace because I have to make a certain amount to please the world? Like it's crazy to me. I never understood that, bro. What do you think, man?
I definitely agree with you. I definitely think that if the woman is making more money, man, it can affect the man's mental health. It depends how the woman is. Because if the woman is flashing her bread in the face all the time, like she's saying, I could do this. You know how women get, especially if I get in an argument and she be like, I don't need you.
You broke,
I do everything for myself. Like, damn. Like,
independent woman?
Yeah, so that's how you really feel? Like, you feel me? Like, wow. So, yo, it's like, damn. So, you know? So that if she's flaunting it like that, is gonna destroy a man's mental. But if she's supportive and like she's helping you, and she's like, oh, money is not really a thing. Like she's making more money. She's making more money, but she don't look at it as her. She look at it as us.
Yeah.
Us. Wow. She do it like that. So it's, you know, right?
Oh, wow.
So if she's doing it like that, I mean, you never know. You're right. She might be making more money at that time, and you might be pursuing your goals, and she should be supporting you to pursuing your goals. Because you never like the movie Acrimony.
I never seen it.
You never seen Acrimony with
no.
Taraji?
Oh, I ain't never seen it.
It's a good movie. My man was down and out. Nigga was broke, dead broke. But he was a genius. He had some new invention that he already knew was gonna pop. But he had put like a good 10 years of work into it. And she was with him for the whole 10 years, funded him. She was making the bread. She funded him. And he just at home working on his project. It finally got done. And he went to go shop it around. And whoever he shopped it around to, they offered him like a crazy number, probably like 10 million, and he turned it down because he was like, nah, it's worth more than that. Like, I'm not selling myself short. This is my life work. I'm not selling myself short.
Facts.
And then in her eyes, she's like, I put all this money in you. I've been making all this money. You've been broke the whole time. Like, nah,
Take it,
like,
nigga.
what are you doing? Go get
Yeah.
a regular job. She was on him. Go get a regular job. I done took out a second mortgage on our house. We about to foreclose it. Like, she was going crazy on him, man. I know his mental was going crazy. He was feeling
Yeah.
like less than a man.
Of course, yeah.
Less than a man. Like, damn.
When that's getting thrown in your face, you're gonna feel less of a man.
Yeah.
Less of a man, whatever that means. you
Whatever
know?
that means, right?
Right, yeah.
Societal man, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then it was crazy because towards the end of the movie, like, he had told her that he was gonna do all these things for her once his shit get off, once he sell his shit for what he felt like it was worth. He gonna marry her. He had married her already, but he couldn't afford a ring, so he gave her like one of them vending machine rings. But he was like, when I make it, I'm gonna give you a real ring.
Yeah.
So he told her he's gonna do all this, buy her a boat, fulfill her all her dreams.
Yeah.
But she got tired of waiting, so she left the nigga.
Crazy.
He got some new girl. His shit kicked off. He probably sold it for 100 mil. So he up right now. And as a man, for him, kudos to him. He had a strong psyche, a strong mental. He came back to her, was like, even though you left me, you doubted me, like, but you believed in me for those 10 years, I appreciate you, and try to break off for some bread. Probably try to give her like 5 M's, and she was like, oh, that's not enough.
He better than he better than me though. I would.
I wanted that. I definitely wanted that.
Yeah.
So he was like, that's not enough, you know. And then he wound up marrying some new girl, gave her everything that he told her she was gonna give.
Yeah.
That's what happened. You got the woman. If the woman is supportive of you, bro, and she's really invested in you, she wouldn't throw her money in your face because money is not everything. So they say. You know? She will console you when it's time for you to be consoled, support you when it's time to be supported.
Yeah. I think a lot of supportive women out there. You know, kudos to the supportive woman that hold it down.
All two of y'all.
But a lot of the shit, I think it sounds good.
Sound real good.
A lot of it be cat. I'm gonna keep it a rat. Like,
It be kissy? Oh.
no. Because women will say the things because she loves you, whatever whatever. We're not gonna get into that, but it sounds good at the surface because she's with you and she don't want to be looked upon as, oh, I'm a gold digger. I just want
gold digger.
I want a man that has a certain lifestyle or a certain amount of funds in the bank account, right? And she'll say that at first, but a lot of women has a timeline. You know what I mean? Like, especially at a young age, like they're taught some Disney shit. Like, yo, I'm a princess. This is supposed to happen. I'm supposed to get married and at this age and the house at this age. And that's what it is. If you're not fitting this timeline, piecers, you're gone.
I'm gone.
You're gone. What? You know what I mean? So it's like, no matter what, yeah, babe, you can do it. I believe in you. 3 years pass by, like, yeah.
How much did you really believe in me?
Time is ticking, baby. I need that house, man. I don't know if I can wait a little longer. I don't know what's going on. I think we should take a break.
A break?
Break?
Is it really a break?
What the fuck?
She ain't coming back.
I ain't gonna lie. I took a couple breaks, Laura, back a long time ago.
Where you at now?
Oh man. You know what I mean? Took a break, and yeah, like what? That's not a break, man. But anyway, a lot of women have people in the stash or people that could contact with. I'm not gonna go into that, but that's crazy. But like I said, women have this timeline where you have to fulfill that. So whether she's gonna say she believe you, I'm not saying all women do it, but for the most part, she has a little schedule where like, yo, this is where we put our funds. We're supposed to have this amount, this job, this amount of funds. We're gonna put it together. We're gonna have this house that I dreamed about, stuff like 5, 6. That society told me I'm a princess, I'm supposed to do this. And if you're not fulfilling that and your dream not taking off, get them out of here. You know, and that's what it is, a lot of relationships, and that's what drives a lot of men crazy, but we can't really speak about it. Where's the outlet? Where's the outlet? Oh shit, where's the outlet?
Nowhere to plug in, man.
Nowhere to plug in?
Yes. Nowhere to
You know what I mean? And that's and it affects a lot of men, and then they like, oh, you know what, fuck. And a lot of men, it goes to like, you hear the rap music, hearing it like, fuck these bitches, man. You know what I mean? And they develop that mindset like, yo, these bitches just want this, bitches want, or you know, that's what they say in out in the streets. You know what I mean? Especially black men, you know, and they don't believe in love or romance because they feel like they have to do this in order for the woman to appreciate them, you know, and that's where they at mentally, and it fucks them up. So I think that's where it stands with that.
But the funny thing is, like, you brought up a good point because us as men, we think like that because that's drilled into our brains as young. Like all these Disney movies and these Prince Charmings and this and that, taking care of the woman and doing
Yeah,
this and
facts.
that. I'm watching Disney at 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, Captain John
Like,
chasing Pocahontas. Like,
Why he chasing her?
you know what I mean? She's
What?
cool, but what?
She type fire, but he ain't
Yeah.
gotta chase her.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like come on.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Like it's just it's a little things that just start they putting these seeds in your head a little bit. And then as you grow, the seeds start growing with you. So you start developing and start blossoming, and you be like,
Yeah.
yeah, this shit's right. You seeing it all around you, so you like, yeah, I gotta do this, I gotta
Yeah.
do that, I gotta be a man. I can't cry, I gotta be tough, I gotta make the money, I gotta take care of this, I gotta take care of that. I can't ask
When's
for
the last
help.
time you cried?
I can't even remember. I don't cry a lot. In my whole life, I probably cried under 20 times, man.
That's cap.
Don't kiss me, man. Don't kiss me.
Yeah, that's cap.
I'm mentally strong, man. I don't
You
cry.
mentally
Yeah,
strong,
mentally
huh?
strong, man.
So
I-
crying makes you weak?
No.
That's what you're telling
I'm mentally strong. Whereas, like, I don't. That's not. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna say that. Crying is not my outlet. It's not my type of outlet. I'm a logical person. You know, as a kid when I used to cry, mom used to whip my ass. You know, I used to cry. But I used to not now. But when I'm older, I think about it. If I'm crying, like, what does it do for me? If something happened to me, I'm trying to think, how can I make it better? How can I get past the situation? Something happened to me and I cry, I'm still in that same situation. So that's how I am.
Have you
Like,
cried around your woman at all? Or-
I shed a tear too, a little tear too.
Okay.
You know, I opened up to her a little bit. you
Okay.
know. But maybe because for me, when I was like 7 years old, I had got into a fight in school.
Mm.
I never forget. This nigga Brian, nigga beat my ass. I ain't even
Oh,
gonna lie.
damn.
Got into a fight in school, and
Crazy.
then like I have two older brothers. So I go home.
Mhm.
And mom. Have y'all ever met my mom? I swear, my mom is. I don't know. I love her, but she was type lace, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So I go home. I'm 7 years old, bro. I'm 7 years old. I
Oh,
go
man.
home like, yeah, ma. I
Yeah.
got into the fight. Fucking got it. Eye tight, swollen. She's like, nah. I'm crying. I'm like, I'm crying. I was crying in school after I got beat up. Now I go home. I'm telling her what happened, and like I'm crying again. It's just reliving the story and telling her what happened. I'm
Yeah.
crying again. You
Yeah.
know. And then my mom, she done raised two boys already. So like I'm the third son. So she's like, nigga, you better toughen up. She was like, you better man. I swear, she said, toughen up. You better man up.
Damn.
She was like, when you see him again, go fight him again. And I was like,
Damn, I gotta go ask him again?
so I'm like, I was 7 years old. I'm like, I'm not really trying
Nigga,
to fight it. Nigga beat me up already. He got it, like, you know.
Nigga,
and then it's
nigga
like-
want a rematch, get his ass whipped again. My mom told me to come for a rematch. What?
And then you feel me? So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not really trying to do that.
Yeah.
So and I'm crying in front of her, and like she smacked me, bro. Like toughen up, like you know, try to make me tough. And then like whatever, then you start sniffling, try to stop crying, you know. And then my two older brothers, they clowning me too. So I'm
Damn.
like, they like, nah, nigga beat you up, nigga whoop your ass. So
That,
like,
that takes a toll.
yeah, and mind you, I'm a kid. So like now my mindset is, I gotta go back and beat him up. If I don't
If
go
you
back and
can.
beat him up, if I can, right? If I don't go back and beat him up,
Mhm.
they're gonna clown me every day.
Mhm.
Every day. So and that's so that was one of the seeds that got planted to me as young. So like right there, me crying in front of my mother was like, nah, men don't cry, toughen up, be a man. So like
Yeah.
if my mom is saying that, I came up out of her. So if she's telling me that, like, how can I really cry in front of other people? My mindset is like, nah, men don't cry. I just gotta do better, you know? So, you know, next week I hit that nigga with the textbook. Social studies textbook. That shit about this
That shit was heavy.
you know, the
It's
textbook.
mad shit history. Like, damn.
yeah.
You hit it with 1750 to 1960. That's a lot of pages, nigga.
That's a fact.
Hit with
Yeah,
Frederick
gotta get the
Douglass and Columbus, all them niggas in there.
Oh,
But yeah,
so-
I want to ask this question. You say your mom tell you to be tough. Like, yeah, nigga, man up, nigga. Go ahead, go
Mhm.
back. But like, are men like who are raised without their father present in their life? Does that affect the mental health or?
It definitely do. And unfortunately, there's a lot of single parent homes. You know, unfortunately, I actually come from one. Like, I don't even know my pops. I niggas.
Damn, have you seen your pops?
I ain't even seen him. I could walk by him in the street and just not even know, bro. So it's crazy. Like
Damn.
I remember,
Damn.
as a kid, my mom had she had my little brother's father. Actually, she was with him like when I was growing up, and they was together for like 12, 13 years. So
Yeah.
for a long time, I thought that was my pops. You know, I calling him daddy, all that good stuff. Whatever. I'm calling
Daddy!
him daddy. Nah, don't kiss me, bro. He was buying me Christmas gift. Like he was
Oh,
doing a good
shit.
job. I ain't gonna lie. Kudos to him, bro. And I
Yeah.
wasn't even his kid, bro. So shout out to him because you
Yeah.
know he ain't have to do it. But you
Yeah,
know,
that's a
so then as I got a little older, you know, somebody told me like that wasn't my pops, and I was like, "Fuck you mean that's not my pops?" Like, you know. So he's short, I'm short, but that was my pops, So
That's all it took. Yeah, he's short, nigga. It gotta be my pops.
So I found out he wasn't my pops, and then it was like that shit that fucked with me for a little bit. I'm probably like 9 years old, 10 years old, and I find this out. So I'm like looking at him a little different. Like, the nigga been lying to me the whole time. Mom's been lying to me. Like, I just got mad thoughts going through my head, and it was like, but I never. The funny thing, I never shared this with anyone. So it was like I just kept thinking about it. But as time went on, I just just let bygones be bygones. And then like one Christmas, I'm still young, I'm probably like 11 now. One Christmas, I speak to my pops on the phone. I talk to him on the phone, right? And like, I don't even know that's my pops. I don't know what he sound like. I never seen him. And it's probably like early December. Niggas like, yeah, happy holidays. He was like, what you want for Christmas? So I'm mad hype. I'm like, you young, you think you about to get some extra presents that you never counted on. And I'm saying all the expensive shit that I know my mom's not gonna get, bro. So, and that was the last convo I had with that man, bro. So it was like, which is crazy for me. So it was like, as a man, I always think, man, would my life be different if he was present? Maybe not.
How often do you think that? Who knows? Like, how often that goes to your mind? Like, yo,
I probably think probably like once or twice a month. I'll be thinking about that. So that's why I was like, if I ever, I don't have any children. So if I ever have kids, I'm like, there's no way I could be, for lack of a better term, a deadbeat dad. Like from what I've seen in my personal life, like there's no way like I could do that because and then like you going to school, you going to PTAs, and people, you see your friends coming with 2 parents, you got 1 parent, so it's just mad shit that goes through your head as a child, and as you grow, and if you don't speak about it as you get older, it could really fuck you up, bro. So it was like, but me, I had luckily I had 2 older brothers, they were like father figures to me as well, so I probably was blessed for that. So I ain't turned out too bad.
Yeah.
I'm a little alright. I'm alright. But it definitely played a role though, because if I was to ever meet the man, it might be bad, bro.
Hold on. So you still have animosity towards your pops? Like if your mom called like, hey Rob, come over, like, I wanna talk to you. I got somebody that that wanna talk to you, and it's your pops like on the couch, like, hey son. Like Rob, it's me. You know your father's name or
Glenn.
Oh, yo, Glenn.
Yo, that's all I know.
Like Glenn. Like Glenn's on the couch, like, yo, Rob, can you sit down? I got a lot to talk to you about. Do you think that a lot of the emotions are gonna come back and you're gonna be like, damn, yo, this nigga, man. You know what I mean? This nigga's dead.
You never looked at me, bro. But no, like no kizzy, bro. I wouldn't call it animosity, like for me, because I'm not an angry person, but I would have a lot of questions. I would be like that Fresh Prince episode when he broke down to Uncle Phil. He was like, damn, like why he ain't want me?
Why he want
so
me?
I fake would feel like that. Like I need answers, bro. Like where was you? What was you doing? What was more important than raising all of this?
You want the story.
And it's crazy because like I would ask the questions, but there's nothing he could ever say for me to be like, that's a good reason. No, nigga, it's not a good reason, bro. Like you did bad.
But all right, so obviously that fucked with you a lot. You don't talk about it a lot. Like you said, you cried like 22 times, which is cap, whatever. You don't talk about it a lot. But like I said, if he comes out and we have this deep talk, can you forgive him, or how does that go? Or like mentally, would that lift the weight off your shoulder? Like, damn, this really helped. This is what I've been looking for all these years.
I'm not looking for nothing, man. So I don't.
You're not.
I'm not. At this
so
point,
whatever happens, if Glenn come in back and he wants to really establish a relationship, like
I would try. But
okay.
it's gonna be a struggle because I'm kind of old now. Like you missed a lot.
Okay.
You missed a lot. I got a beard and shit. Like, go use that. Like, I don't learn a little bit. I took a couple steps. Training wheels came off. I did a lot. It was you. So like, but I wouldn't call it animosity. But I'd probably be for like my emotion. I would probably feel it's like frustrated. So it's like because in my eyes, there's no reason for especially a father to abandon their child. Because so that's where I would be. But if he was to pop up, yo, Glenn, if you watching this, what's up, baby? So if you pop up, we can have a little conversation. I ain't that kind of person, so but it definitely, I know as a man, it definitely affected me. So what about you?
Do you think it affect his mental health? Like, because you don't know the reason why. Like you said, there's no reason why he left. There's not a good reason. There shouldn't be a good reason why you should abandon your kid, right? But no one really talks about. I'm not. And hey, America, I'm not taking up for deadbeat dads or
for lack of a better term.
or lack of a better term. I don't know
deadbeats.
what the term is, but
Missing fathers.
missing fathers, right?
He on the milk carton right
What-
now. What?
Nobody really talks about what goes through that man's mind that he has to like skip out, or the
Right.
relationship between him and the mother, right?
yeah.
There's a lot of factors that
That's a fact.
go in with the parents, and like I said, there's no excuse for skipping out on your child, because you didn't ask to be here, I didn't ask to be here, no one asked to be here, right? So if you have a child and he just sees your blood, take care of your blood, right? But I'm like, but nobody really says like, yo, what's going on in his mind? Is he going through something mentally that he's ashamed of, that he can't talk about, right? So when Glenn come back and he's telling you all this, like, are you taking that into consideration, or like?
I mean, like I said, I'm a very logical person, so I definitely would hear him out. But like you just made a good point, because as a man, if a woman might just pop up and be like, yo, I'm pregnant. Like, damn, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck you want to
Get
What?
aborted. Like,
Like,
I'm not gonna talk about the abortion. The
But if
pro-life
she
yeah.
chooses to keep it, and that's what it's gonna be, you can't force her to do that.
that's her
So
body.
so she's bringing this life into the world, but you help to create it also.
Facts.
So like now it's either you're gonna step up or you might
Mhm.
not step up. And for you're right, thinking about it now, he probably been like, yo, I'm not in the right spot. I ain't got no bread. You
Yeah.
know, I'm still living with my mom's. It's
Yeah.
mad stuff going. It could
So
be
many
mad stuff
factors,
going
so many
through his
factors.
mind, and it's like, as a man, one of the hardest things for us to deal with mentally is failure. You try something and you fail, it's just like, damn.
They look at you like a bozo.
Yeah, like, damn, I wasn't good enough. I couldn't do this. Like, so many things go through your head, because like, as a man, you want to succeed. Success is everything, bro. That's what
Facts.
they build us to bring. But
Yeah.
to believe. But so that could be going through his head. So that's actually a good conversation if I ever meet the boy, But I'm in Brooklyn, Glenn, by the way, if you want to pop up,
Hey.
But that is a good conversation. But if he explains whatever he was going through, I would accept it. I would accept it as him being a man and him having the courage to share his emotions with me. Because although I am his son, we never had a conversation really. He don't know me, so
Right.
like I'm pretty much like him speaking to a stranger, and we strangers at this point.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a good point though. So what you think about that though? How does you think it affects men's mental health?
I'm gonna piggyback what you said. I think it definitely affects men's mental health. As a man, I don't think a woman could raise men, but they can't raise a man. They can't tell you how to be a man, right?
She ain't got all the ingredients.
They ain't got all the she ain't got all the ingredients. Like you didn't stock up. You're strong as hell, but I gotta go out there and find out what it takes to be a man, right? Because society told me I gotta be a certain way, right? So that's what's been instilled in everybody since the beginning of time, right? So when you don't have your father there, it's like, damn, damn. Personally, for me, I'm gonna tell you about my situation. Like, I didn't have a father. Like, similar to you, I didn't have a father, right? I grew up in a predominantly female household, right? My mother was a health aide, and I saw my mother once every 2 weeks. So she dropped us off at a family that's my family to this day. Salute to my family, right? My aunts, my cousins, that all of them, a lot of them was female, right? And my mother never talked about my father when she saw me, right? All she did was drop off, get a gift. I go to her crib. Me and my sister, we talk, whatever, and that's it. We go back to our adopted family's house, right? And when my mother got cancer in like 98, I had to live with my mother full time, right? And I'm like, I wasn't used to being with my mother because I was with this family, right? I was with my family that's there today. Like I said, shout out to my family again.
Big facts.
And I'm trying to get used to my mother now. Like, I'm 98. I'm like 9 years old, 4th grade.
It's different environment.
It's different environment. She's going through what she's going through, and now I'm in a shelter system, right? She lost all her bread. She, all that stuff, right? And I'm like, yo, now it's like, damn, like I'm going through this with my mother and my sister. I'm like, I'm the only guy. I'm like, yo, I'm looking around. I'm like, what the fuck? But it never really hit me that I didn't have a father until like high school. I met my father for the first time when I was in like high school, right? And we spoke, but it wasn't really a long conversation. And I'm like, I'm going to high school. I'm like, okay, now when you're high school, you want to be cool, right? You got now you're figuring out your swag. I got a North Face backpack.
The North Face backpack.
I'm feeling wavy.
Ooh.
The cut fire now.
Line him up.
You know what I mean? I wore uniform. Shout out to FDA. Yeah, I wore a uniform and shit. But now I'm figuring out like, oh shit, I ain't got a pop. What the fuck? And God rest his soul, my pops passed away in 2015, and we was able to like amend a little bit.
That's
beautiful. And we was able to talk. But at the time, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like I'm going to school, and you know now life is getting a little more real because you're a teenager now, and you're about to go to college in a few years. But nobody told me the game.
Ain't give you $1 million worth of game, man.
You know, and no one talks the game. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck do I do? Like, how I'm supposed to maneuver? You know, I'm supposed to act this way. I didn't know how to talk to women. I didn't know how to everything that's the man's supposed to do. I had to seek out with friends or the street. I was in the streets, but you know, I go out play basketball. I seek out with whatever male figures, right? And I'm like, damn, yo, it really hit me. And then when I saw my father for the first time, bro, like, he gave me a deck of chords.
Nigga Miss Olobienzo, he got some cards for you?
It was a beat kind though.
Ooh.
And the crazy shit is
respected it.
Yeah, it's a beat kind. The crazy shit is like in the FDA, you know, we was shooting cards. We was playing Crazy Eights. I was the king of Crazy Eights and shit. I was playing gamble every day. So I went back to school. I'm like, oh shit, my father's game can take a course. Let's shoot it. Yeah,
shuffle him up.
Yeah, you know, shuffle him up. You know what I mean? Be hype. But that affected me like even going through high school, right? And then I was in college. I'm like, we're not really speaking like that. And then my mother passed away, right? I'm like, damn. So I tried to confide or talk to my father, like, yo, what happened, bro? I remember we sat down face to face on a couch, and he was like, yo, man, I'm sorry. We were breaking it down. Like, yo, your mother said this. He didn't want me to see you. I'm like, yo, that's not a good reason. Like, I'm your seed. I mean, he had another family taking care of your own family, but I'm like, why I'm not good enough, or we're not good enough, or can I get some answers, or, you know?
He had answers
and he's like, nah, you know, he's very prideful. She's from Jamaica, so he really expounded on it, but it was that type of thing where it's like, yeah, your mother did this and I couldn't do it. And I didn't really understand it. And I couldn't really express how I felt. And I never really expressed to someone how I felt about not having a father as a youngin', right? But when you have a father as a youngin', like the question you propose, like when you have a father as a youngin' and no father as a youngin', right? It's like, it doesn't matter though. Like,
yeah,
it's like life tossed you in the deep. You know what I mean? Like, figure it out. Like, you know what I mean?
You gonna sink or swim.
Like niggas in the deep end, like, yo, life, you wild. Pops didn't teach me the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck, man. Figure it out. You know, that's what life say. Yo, figure it out. You know, so we was taught to like just figure shit out. We have no outlet that like, yo, damn, this shit is really bothering me. Like, no one to speak to. I don't have a male figure. I don't know what to do in this world where society and capitalism, and I gotta deal with this shit as a black man, especially. I don't know how to fucking move in this fucking world. You know what I mean? And it affects your mental health. Even I think honestly, even to this day, it still affects me to this day. But I don't know. This is like I can't really talk about it. Like it happened already. Like whatever, it is what it is. But maybe I should seek a therapist. I don't know. But it still affected me to this day, and it affected me in relationships. You know, I think it affected me in a lot of aspects. Work. You know, how to deal with business. I mean, I wish my father would taught me how to drive or credit. You know, things of that nature where I have to teach myself as a man. Right? Because we have to figure shit out. You know what I mean? So I think it definitely affects your mental health. But like I said, after further review, I think the world have to get rid of the term real men and gender norms.
Real men. What is a real man? Like, where did that even come from?
Right? A real man's supposed to do this. A real man's supposed to. If you're a real man, you're supposed to take care of this. Like, I think once you stop putting pressure on men to do so much things, and that takes off their shoulder, I think we'll talk about a lot of things more. We'll get shit off our chest more because we don't have time to talk about it because we're so busy trying to be a real man for you. Be a real man in a relationship. Be a real man for the white man. We got to be a real man as soon as we step outdoors. As soon as my toes outdoors.
As soon as the breeze hit him?
As soon as you know what I mean? Scarf. Bundling up. I got to figure out how I'm going to be politically correct and try to be a man for society.
To fit in for society.
Because the world told me this is how a real man's supposed to do it, right? So I think they gotta get rid of that altogether, man. Let's just let men be, let women be, but let men be, and let's talk more and not have these gender where men's supposed to do this and I'm supposed to like this be this person for you or for the society. So I think that's definitely should.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you because it's to a point. Kudos to the world. We getting a little better at this. We getting a little step by step. You know, we getting a little better. But it's so tough. It's so tough for a man to be to express their emotions fluently because, like you said, society forces us in a corner. They force us in a box. Something that we got to be. It was like you got to do this, you got to do that, and if you don't do that, you get clowned.
You got a real man.
Yeah, and then the way social media is,
definitely
you can't even be out there. You're like, nah,
facts.
Like niggas will clown you 24/7, bro. So it was like, and it's crazy because like, women fought so hard for gender equality. So why can't we fight for emotional equality?
Wow.
Like, the same way
emotional
equality, bro. Like
what the fuck?
If she want to cry, I want to cry. She want to be sad, I want to be sad. And I should not be looked at any other different way because at the end of the day, we are all human beings, bro. We are all human beings. So so after further review, I think that's what we need to do as a world.
Definitely.
Emotional equality, man. Like console everyone. Let us be emotionally free, man. Express your emotions however you want to express them, and you shouldn't be judged for it.
You shouldn't be
judged for it.
Shouldn't be judged for it. I mean, men out there, man, if you're listening, if you gotta talk to somebody, talk. Death is real, life is real. Your life is worth it. We have a limited time on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
Speak to someone if you need a therapist. If you need to speak to a therapist, speak to your close friends. Because a lot, like you said, the suicide rate of men is way more than women in the world. So yeah, man. Thank you for tuning in. This is crazy talk. I got a lot of shit on my chest in this episode. Like, I ain't really talk about. Damn, I'm about to tear.
That's a fact. We definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in, man.
Facts.
This is a little therapy session for me. I appreciate y'all. That's and please make sure y'all guys, follow us on Instagram or IG, man, at honesty.hour.podcast. Follow us, man. Hit us up on Twitter. The Honesty Hour Pod. We active, man. We want to hear from y'all.
Active.
And definitely hit us up, man. We appreciate y'all, man. And that's some honesty for your ass.
That's some honesty for your ass. Peace.